In today's video, I'm going to be taking apart this amazing horizontal design, totally redesigning it and creating something in a long and low container. Keep watching if you want to see what I can create. So we're back with another tutorial, and this time I'm using this rectangular concrete base. And the only problem with this container is it's not waterproof. So I've had to line the container with some cellophane. It's also really narrow, so we can't get a lot of foam in here. And when I initially bought them, it was to do meadow style arrangements in them, but they're not waterproof. And over time, the water leaks through into the concrete base. So I need to think of a way of lining it, probably painting it with a solution to make it waterproof, so I can use wire netting or just a foliage base. But for today, I'm going to do a parallel design using the flowers that we've took out of those two previous designs. But I need to remember that I'm a bit limited with the amount of foam I can fit into the container, because I've had to cut it quite narrow. Now let's start by creating some height. I've still got a lot of length left in my September flower, and traditionally we would go 1.5 times the length, so that would create a design this long. We could go a little bit taller and look at going double the height, and I've probably just about got enough stem length to go double the length, or I could go the same proportions, in which case it would be 1 to 1. And I think with the choice of material that I've got, going the same height is going to work quite well. So let's start by creating a little bit of height into the arrangement. I'm going to cluster the flowers together. So I can either do that very severe parallel style of arranging that we saw in the 80s, where everything was really solidly grouped together, or I can leave a little bit more spacing between the groupings to make it more contemporary, or I can place the material much closer together to get more of a meadow style arrangement. But I don't think I've got quite enough material to go meadow style and have it really close together. So instead, I'm going to place the material so that we've got bigger gaps in between. And it's a little bit inspired by that design that we would have seen a lot during the 1980s, where a parallel style of arrangement was introduced to the UK from the continent. So I'm doing parallel lines with spaces in between, and I've got a limited height with the stock. So this one is slightly shorter, but you can really see those individual placements of flowers, very linear, very tall and elegant. And then to give it a bit more of a modern feel, I won't use all of the rolled leaves, but we can use these on the edges to give me a little bit of extra added width. Now, if you've learnt parallel designs in college, then we tend to get taught them in that very old-fashioned 1980s sort of style, but you can be a lot more playful now with the parallel arrangement and mix and match your groups together. But as I'm working with the material from my two previous designs, I can't get too over ambitious with it because I'm a bit restricted to the choice of flowers that I've got. Now, the amazing Alliums don't have any stem length, so these are going to work really well down at the front. And they're going to give me really good ground coverage at the bottom. And then I can place the other head just alongside it towards the back. And that then really gives the arrangement depth. What we don't want to do with these upright positions is place them so close together that the arrangement looks flat. They need to be spread out in the foam so we create that depth that you'll hear me talk about over and over again. Now, not only do parallel arrangements go up, but they can come out at the side. So if you've got more flower material, you can really easily bring it out at the side. I've got a few pieces of the blue Delphinium. They're quite short, but they're going to work really nicely on the other side to bring in a little bit of colour over onto the right hand side of the arrangement as I look at it. So we've got a bit of grouping nestled in amongst my flatter, more showy leaves. Then because I've got a big flower here with the Allium, I think I'm going to pair them up with a slightly lighter green colour of my Fats Hedera. They can tuck in underneath. And you could have put the greenery in first if you wanted to, but I quite like getting the groups of the flowers in first when there's plenty of room in my foam. 2 of those tucked under so that we get a little bit of depth again towards the front. Instead of finishing off where the container starts, I've extended the length out at the front. And the contrast between the 2 different coloured greens is working really well. So because I've brought the width out on this side, it gives me a good opportunity to use the blue thistle on the opposite side. This is a darker blue, and you'll really be able to see that this one really pops on the camera screen because it's a much more vivid blue. It's like the electric blue from the 1980s. This one is a lot darker, so it's not as visually heavy as the one that's on the opposite side, but I can just about get it out on the side. We didn't have a huge amount of foam. And then I can extend up into the back of the arrangement there. Now the other side is slightly longer. We're not going to worry about it. Now it's not a symmetric design, so we don't have to balance the width out perfectly on either side. But this is a slightly longer Eryngium, so that one might extend the width of the arrangement a little bit. But it doesn't matter, we're not looking for the 2 sides to be really perfect. I'm really pleased with the height. I don't need to change the height at all. I haven't got enough room to bring any Arum lilies up at the tallest part of the arrangement, but I have got this perfect gap here to fit the shorter pieces of the Arum lily in. Good clean cut on the end. If needed, I'm going to add a cocktail stick or a kebab stick into the base just to give it a bit of strength. And I think 3 of the Arum lilies in this position here is going to be enough. I've got 2 in at the moment, 1 up and 1 coming forward, and then I'm hopefully going to get the final one in the middle. These have held up remarkably well considering they're about a week old and they've been used in 3 different arrangements. And then once I've got those 3 Arum lilies in, I just need to think about filling in the gap just underneath to cover the floral foam. And for a change in texture, what I'm going to use in that area is the mimosa. Now this is a garden foliage. Again, I cut this to use probably 5 or 6 days ago, but it's a really good contrast between the flat surface of the Fats Hedera and the rolled Aspidistra. So we're going to have a really nice contrast. And because the Arum lily is quite smooth, there's not a lot of texture to it. It's quite leathery looking. This is going to give a nice contrast in between. So just a couple of short pieces tucked down and around is really going to help cover the foam and bring a little bit of texture and a variation in colour to the bottom. And I think, other than filling in at the back, we're pretty much done towards the front. So this one was a really quick and easy one to do. I've created a very different style arrangement. This is design number 3. So if you haven't seen the videos before, pop back and see video number 1 here. And pop back and see video number 2 here. And you can let me know which is your favourite. I haven't used all of the rolled leaves because I think it's going to be too heavy to incorporate them into this design. But I have used the flat Fats Hedera leaves and some more of the mimosa at the back just to make sure that foam is completely covered. Now these types of arrangements are ideal for down the side of the aisle. We tend to call them aisle markers, and they also look great in front of the top table for a wedding, but they don't work particularly well as table centres because they block the view of people that are sitting across the way from one another. But it's a really great slimline design. I often use this particular style on window ledges in churches because they don't take up a lot of space, but they fill quite a lot of the height in a tall windowsill. What I've tried to achieve with this arrangement is some negative space in between the flowers and some positive space at the ground level to cover my floral foam. And I've worked really hard to get varying contrasts in the textures. So we've got something that's fairly glossy alongside something that's matte and very feathery looking, which again is alongside something that's flat and very glossy, which sits alongside something that has that really spiky texture. So if you're looking for an arrangement with contrast in textures, shapes and forms, then this is a brilliant one. So this is design number 3. That was the quickest one, I think, to put together. I absolutely love the colour combinations with the blues and the purples together. And they're of course colours that lay alongside one another on the colour wheel. If you want to know more about the elements and principles of design, which are the sort of rules behind floral design, then there are 2 ebooks linked in the description box below. Or if you want to learn more about floral design, then you can join me over on the membership side of the channel, which talks about all the floral fundamentals behind the scenes. And it's a chance for me to chat through anything that I think is important for you to learn. So thank you as ever for watching. I hope you've really enjoyed that set of videos. Remember, this is design number 3, so there were 2 arrangements that came before this. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then please do so. Hit that notification bell to be told every time I upload a new tutorial. Like and share and comment in the box below, because it really does help other people find us. So thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next video very soon. Bye for now.